New artist alert!
All right. Yes, if you heard that siren and noise, dear watchers of our channel, that means we are reacting to an artist that is new to us to react to on this channel. So yes, if you're a Nickelback fan and you're watching reaction videos by reactors for your favorite band or one of your favorite bands, which is Nickelback, we welcome you to our channel. But we're going to have some full disclosure stuff here before we get into the video. I'm not a fan of Nickelback. I know they've been a punching bag for comedians and other music fans. I get it. And I'm old now. I don't do that kind of stuff anymore. I probably did in my 20s, but now as in my 40s guy, I don't really do that kind of stuff anymore. So I'm always willing to listen to anyone and give them a chance. We listened to like artists and styles of music on this channel that don't appeal to me at all. Rock and roll appeals to me, and hard rock appeals to me. And I know Nickelback plays that music. I don't know why they're a bit of a spur in my side. I don't know why. I try to separate the noise about them. So I'll be very clear. The problem I have with Nickelback is probably not what's the word I'm looking for? The prejudice I have is just I've had issues with Chad Kroeger. I don't know why. I'm a big James Hetfield fan. Obviously, I'm a Metallica fan. I just felt like when I first saw Nickelback come on the scene 20 plus years ago, you know, when I'm in my 20s, I felt like he was trying to, the way he stood with his guitar, the way he presented, it felt like he was trying to be James Hetfieldish, and I took offense as a Metallica fan. So they're new on the scene. Even in that point, 20 years ago, I was already a Metallica fan for like 15 plus years since my youth. So I kind of felt defensive. Like, why are you trying to act like James Hetfield? You know, you're a poser. So I kind of kept that up, and then I joined the bandwagon of everyone. So I say all that as full disclosure. So don't get mad at me. I'm being honest with you, so you don't have to get mad at me. Let me listen to the song that was given to us. So I'm open-minded. I get it. They can play very popular rock and roll music. They're a very popular band. They sell it where they go. I'm not arguing all those points. I'm just saying that was the first impression my brain put in my head. I didn't ask for it. It's just the one that came into my head. I felt like Chad Kroeger seemed like a Wish.com version of James Hetfield. And that's what but years have gone on. I don't really care anymore. I get they're very popular. They've established themselves outside of all that stuff. But they're still a punch and bag amongst people, and I get it. However, Nathan, you have your side of Nickelback.
My side is similar. It's I'm not as big a fan of Metallica as you are, so I didn't make that connection. But I was teaching school while they became popular, and I'm from Alberta, which is where they're from.
Oh, I keep forgetting they're Canadian. Is that where they're from? Alberta?
Yeah. Small town in Alberta.
Oh wow. Okay.
And I've heard them on podcast talk. He actually sounds quite intelligent. He talks about country being one of the influences on their music. That they were trying to tell stories through their music. Now, that still didn't sway me to go, oh, Nickelback, boy, I can't wait to hear it. I'm still on that same, like I feel similar to what you think, but I just haven't explored any of their music. Like, I've gone out of my way to do it. I do find some of their music to be interesting. It's got an interesting, slant to it. But I'm always like, are they trying too hard? That's
yeah. They know how to write a catchy hook and a catchy tune. Like that's the thing. I know what you're saying, and I feel the same way. It's like here. And this is going to sound terrible. They're not the only ones who I feel about this. This could go for any artist of any genre. Are they making the music they want to make? Or are they making music they know will be accepted by the masses? So it's kind of a hard. Like, do they truly believe in the song they're making, or are they making the song that they truly believe will be accepted by the masses?
So in the podcast, this is what has convinced me out of my funk of how I thought of Nickelback. They talked about they never intended to make it as big as they did. They weren't like shooting to like they obviously accepted it and went with it, but they weren't trying to. That's what they talked about in this podcast, and I thought that was fascinating. So.
Okay. Big intro, but I think we need a preface. So I know some reactors, and I guess people watching our channel might even say, you guys just get through the song. That's not how we operate. Nathan and I like to talk about our journey with an artist, what brought us to our way of thinking. And that gives you an idea of what's going through our heads, preconceived notions that we have going into the song. And it might hurt us, or it might hurt our reaction, or it might help it. We don't know. So these are our human preconceived notions that we've come in. We just don't want any Nickelback fans to take offense that we might already have some preconceived notions. However, we're open-minded at the same. We're very open-minded people at the same time, but we also are true to our opinions. So this is a Patreon request from a very faithful patron. So this is why I'm putting some trust into this, because Christina, who gave us this request via our Patreon, she knows us extremely well. So I will be curious as to why she gave this to us. But here's her write-up. A while back, you guys did a reaction where Ryan had said that even though he didn't really care for Chad Kroeger, but that he would be open to checking out some of their music. And then she goes on to say, I believe Nathan agreed. So she says, knowing what you guys are both into, I'm going to give you San Quintin from their latest album. Okay, interesting. Well, that's good. I like that. That came out September 22, called Get Rollin'. I've always been a Nickelback fan, she says. They're awesome live, in my opinion, which I've heard too. I don't doubt that there's... Here's the thing. There's always a difference between being very good at your job and somebody enjoying what you do for your job. So I recognize they can play the hell out of their instruments and rock in an arena. No one's ever doubted that. I'm just saying, am I a fan of what they have to do? Right. So we'll find out. Thanks for keeping it real, she says. There you go. Okay. So that's what we do on this channel, Nathan. Yeah, let's check it out.
should burn it to the ground. Too many favors, too much to drink. Come 6 a.m. they had me back inside the clink. I'm gonna testify that I was right out of my mind. Let the record show I did it off the rock and roll, screaming every night, playing 20 by the lives. So can somebody please keep me the hell out of San Quintin? Out of San Quintin. Oh, just keep me out of San Quintin. Could somebody please keep me the hell out of San Quintin?
Five fret bass.
Tough to find a goddamn alibi. Wrong or right, it's tough to justify. Can't dismiss too many witnesses. When insanity's the pattern, it don't matter what it is. I'm gonna testify that I was right out of my mind. Let the record show I did it off the rock and roll, screaming every night, playing 20s like the light. So somebody please keep me the hell out of San Quintin. Out of San Quintin. Oh, just keep me
All right, where do I start? So let me get the bad out of the way first, or the things I noticed right away. So even during his solo there, he was still wearing like the James Hetfield always wore the black wristband. You remember that, especially during the Black era. Freeze that frame with the guitar, the way he's holding his guitar, and if I put a meme like James Hetfield 1992, like just nobody would like. Well, is that where's the tattoos? They would actually take a second to figure out, is that James' arm? I'm not sure because James had the same look. Okay. There you go. I'm just going to get that out of the way. It still triggered my brain. Maybe he's a big fan of James, which is fine. That's cool. I think he might be. I think he's probably is a Metallica fan. He's our age, by the way. He's 49. So he's about a year older than us. So I suspect he's a Metallica fan. He grew up with Metallica like you and I did. Okay. That's out of the way. So that's my subjectiveness. Now I'm going to be objective. I'm going to tell you how I felt about the song objectively. So... And this is important because I've had such a stain in my brain about Nickelback. I said I got to listen to the song objectively as a rock and roll song. Does it qualify? Does it do the things that a rock and roll song should do? Does it make me tap my feet? If I heard this live, would I enjoy it? And so all the answers to that question is yes. I would be lying just for a bit or to be funny, and I don't want to do that. I want to be genuine, especially to Christina. So yeah, it's a good rock song. Like, it's done very well. But I'm not surprised, and maybe that's a good or bad thing. Like, I wasn't doubtful that they could produce a good rock song. So this is kind of tricky, and I don't know what to do with this information in my own brain because I'm listening to the song and I'm enjoying it. It's a good rock song. Solo could have been a little bit longer, but I get it. Great bass line, great production value in the song. These guys are consummate professionals. That I have no doubt of. He got to bed Avril Lavigne for a couple of years. So all these things are bonuses. Good for Chad. But he couldn't hold on to her. But the point is,
I love your attempts at transitions away from it.
Anyways,
so what I was saying was, but the point is,
I'm not trying to placate the Nickelback fans who might be watching this reaction. And I'm sure they've heard it all before, like from other detractors. Because I'm not a detractor. The song was a good song. It's a good rock and roll song. Great. I was actually very impressed by the backbeat guys, the bass and the drum guys. Great back support there by those guys. They sound great. I guess I need a little bit more, something to surprise me. So I guess that's the thing. I was not surprised by the song.
Yeah.
This is kind of what I would expect them to do at this point. There was this album 8 or whatever, 10. Like, this is deep in their catalog. They should be good at this. And they are good at it, and they're very popular. People showing up to their shows all the time. So I wasn't surprised. I wasn't offended, but I wasn't blown away. Like, a good, solid rock song, job well done, and his haircut looks much better than it used to back in the early 2000s. There you go. So
I'm a lyrics guy, so lyrically, I just felt the lyrics were pretty, like, I don't know. I know there's better Nickelback lyrics. Like, Nickelback does write some pretty fantastic lyrics. This is not one of those songs with great lyrics. It's just kind of conventional rock song. I did it all for rock and roll. It's like, that's a theme that's been said many times. So let me get that out of the way, because that can make or break a song for me. But in this case, the music actually won me over. That's the side of it that I was like, oh, this is really great sounding music and really crunchy guitars, great solo. I really liked the solo, actually. I enjoyed, the performance. Let me put it this way. If we went to a Nickelback show, we would not be disappointed. We would not be like, worst money I've ever spent. Yeah, we'd have a great time. I think we'd enjoy the music. And yeah, we wouldn't feel, there'd be lots of cute girls there too.
Yeah, there would be. Oh, there's some good-looking ladies in the crowd there at the concert. Yeah, so again, hey, this did not hurt them. This helped them, in my opinion. Like, this helped towards me. So this is a solid video, solid song, and even Christina said it might even be easier to look for or to listen without seeing him. It's fine. Chaz, I'm sure, is a great guy. He's got nothing to do. Like, he's a public figure. When you're a public figure, people are going to have opinions. So on our little dumb channel, people are going to have opinions about our comments. That's what it goes. You put yourself out there, people are going to say you guys are done with your comments. That's fine. So when you put yourself out there as an artist or as a YouTube reaction channel, People are going to have opinions about you, and you can't help it.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's a great guy. I'm not talking about anything about his personality or anything like that. But public persona, public whatever, it rubbed me the wrong way 25 years ago. But, I've gotten older and wiser and softer, and so was Chad. And again, good haircut. It was a good, solid song. It truly was. Okay. All right. I was to see if you're listening. All right.
Yeah, no, I'm just like,
Yeah, Nickelback actually is coming to Ottawa this summer. I could actually see them this summer. They're
wow.
actually coming. I could drive to there and be there in 10 minutes and see them. But anyways, okay. All right.
yeah, thanks everyone for joining us for that. I think we're open to more, to be honest.
Sure.
I think
I would
we could listen to more.
I want a song that surprises me. I mean, that would be my challenge. Give me a song that, had I not known it was Nickelback, it's Nickelback.
Yeah. Good challenge. Thanks everyone for joining us. We enjoy being able to do this. We love our patrons that support us. If you want to become one, super easy. So do it, and we'll see you on the next one.